guys? Xavier Cottle here, and today I'm going to be doing my weekly picks and predictions video. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. First game, Colts versus Titans. This is going to be a good one. This is tonight, Thursday. Phillip Rivers versus Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill, obviously the better quarterback tonight, but the Colts have this really well-rounded team. The Titans' pass rush hasn't came together yet. That's really hurting their defense, especially not having Adoree Jackson and Bird. Them two people are really missed right now, mostly because the defensive line just can't get any pressure. Clowney is just overrated in the pass rush game. He's a really good edge defender. That's what I think he does best. I think he sets the edge really well, and he'll make tackles in the box. But he's not this number one pass rush guy. That's not him, unfortunately for the Titans. But this is going to be a really good one, and I've seen some chinks in the Titans' armor, so I got to go Colts. I feel like I go Colts every week, but you know they have the team there, they have the personnel. It's really just depending on if Phillip Rivers plays well. The Colts are probably going to win. There's not many teams I'm going to bet against the Colts winning. Maybe there's a few, maybe like the Saints, maybe the Packers, maybe the Bills, like really good teams. I just don't think the Titans are that caliber. I think they're very overrated. Texans, Browns, give me the Browns. Don't get me wrong, the Titans are a quality team. Let me say this as a disclaimer. Titans are a quality team, but where they're lacking right now is really hurting their team. And anytime they're going to play a good team, I think it's going to come back to bite them. Texans, Browns. I got to go Browns. Even without Odell, the Browns are just a lot better put together than the Texans. The Browns' offensive line is going to dominate the Texans' defensive line. They're really hurting there right now. Other than J.J. Watt, their defensive line is terrible. Every game I've watched of them this year, they just look lethargic. They're not big. They're not physical. They got like a 6'1" guy playing the one tech that's like 300 pounds. Like the dude is just not good. And guys like Joel Bitonio, J.C. Treader, I think Wyatt Taylor returns this week along with Nick Chubb. So this is the Browns team that we saw earlier in the year. This is going to be a bad game for the Texans, in my opinion. Bengals, Steelers. Give me Steelers. Steelers are still undefeated. Still the second best team in the nation until Ben Roethlisberger shows me he's not going to get shut down by the Ravens. Yeah, I just got to keep Steelers on this one. Bengals have so much potential, though. Joe Burrow is a beast, dude. That guy is so good. It's just going to be really difficult to see Joe Burrow get any wins throughout this season, just with the schedule he plays. He has to play the Browns, Steelers, and the Ravens 6 times this year. That's such a difficult task, even just to ask of a rookie. Even a rookie named Joe Burrow, it's going to be a hard one for him. But still, yeah, I'm going with the Steelers. They definitely have the better personnel. So I got to give them the win there. Chargers, Dolphins. Give me the Dolphins. Dolphins looked incredibly impressive. Brian Flores is a great head coach. He proved it. He's a Bill Belichick product. And a lot of people that are Bill Belichick products don't work out. They try to do the Bill Belichick approach. It doesn't work for them. Brian Flores is different. He knows what he's doing. He took Bill Belichick's teaching. He added his own twist to it, and his defense looks fantastic. You saw what they did to the Rams. This Dolphins team is sneaky good. Tua is now coming in. They don't have Ryan Fitzpatrick back there at quarterback anymore, who, it's Ryan Fitzpatrick. We've all seen him over the last 15 years, 10 years. He's just the journeyman quarterback. He goes where teams need him. He's a bridge guy. And now they got their guy in there. They got Tua. Tua had a good game last week. This is going to be a good team to watch. Dolphins might sneak into the playoffs. Broncos, Raiders. Give me the Raiders. Drew Lock just hasn't put it together yet. I thought Drew Lock was going to be a quality quarterback. He got injured at the start of the season, unfortunately. And he really hasn't found his rhythm coming back in, and I don't think he's going to find his rhythm versus this Raiders squad. They can put points up. Derek Carr's having a career year. Josh Jacobs is a beast. You can feed him. You can keep the ball out of the Broncos' hands. And I just simply don't think the Broncos' defense can stop the Raiders. One interesting thing to note, though, the Broncos' offensive line is great. They got Garrett Bowles, Graham Glasgow. I mean, they got a couple guys on there that are really talented, and they're young. So this Raiders defensive line that's really non-existent at times really isn't going to help them there. So this game could go a little bit different. Broncos could do a good job keeping possession of the ball just off the fact that their offensive line can block better than the defensive line of the Raiders can rush. But like I said, it's going to be interesting. I still think the Raiders win this. Derek Carr's been a better quarterback than Drew Lock this year, and I think that's what this game's going to come down to. Ravens, Patriots, give me the Ravens. The Patriots, I don't know what's going on with them right now. They're just hurting. I don't know why. But I guess their deep front seven is just horrible. To be fair, like no one on that front seven should be starting, except for one, or no, pretty much every one of them. I would not want anybody on their front seven defensively on my team. A lot of people leave. A lot of people opt out for COVID. Patriots are hurting defensively. That's really where the issue is. They're not getting timely turnovers. It's not the same defense we've seen over the last 20 years at all. Even over the last 5, it's not. So, got to give this one to the Ravens. Ravens looked really impressive versus the Colts the second half. First half is a little bit different of a story, but the Patriots definitely don't have the personnel the Colts have. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the Ravens on this one. Jaguars, Packers. Give me the Packers. I don't even know why I hesitated there. Jaguars are literally awful. I hate that for the Jaguars because they got a good young defensive core. They got Miles Jack, they got Schobert, they got Josh Allen, Taven Bryant, they got C.J. Henderson. They got all these young guys on defense. We could end up seeing a Jaguars 2017 team yet again. What would really solidify their defense, in my opinion, would either be a quality safety, like a really good safety in the draft, either another really good corner in the draft, or a good edge rusher in the draft. That's the three things they could get to make this solidify this defense. Now, at the quarterback position, that kind of needs to get addressed. They're having inconsistent play. They had another 6th-rounder come in there that's 6'6", big dude. He looks like a NFL quarterback, and he did really good last week. So that's another interesting thing to note. He didn't play anybody good, but still yet he had a really good day. 3 touchdowns. That's awesome to see from a 6th-round pick coming in and doing that. But I don't think the Packers are that team. I don't think the Packers are a team that's going to let that guy, a 6th-round pick, put 3 touchdowns on him. But, hey, Tom Brady was the 7th. Bills, Cardinals. Give me the Bills. Cardinals have looked really impressive this year, mostly because Kyler Murray's having a really good year. A lot of people are hyping Kyler Murray up, and I understand that, but I've seen a lot of people say Kyler Murray's like a top 5 quarterback, top 7, and I just don't agree with that. Kyler Murray doesn't have that kind of arm. He benefits a lot right now of DeAndre Hopkins being on his team, and if he did not have DeAndre Hopkins, this guy wouldn't even be in top 10 discussion, in my opinion. He's a great runner. He's like Lamar Jackson. He's a very explosive playmaker. He can run. He runs a 4.4, I'm pretty sure, almost a 4.3. Lamar Jackson running a 4.3. They're very similar. The only thing that I do like a little bit more about Kyler Murray compared to Lamar Jackson is just Kyler Murray is just better technique-wise. Kyler Murray has a better throwing motion. He knows when to tuck and run. He's more aware of when he should tuck and run. He's more aware of pressure. Lamar Jackson this year has just lost a lot of his offensive line, and the Cardinals, DJ Humphries and company, has really improved. So that's the biggest differential to me. But that all being said, the Bills' defense is really good. They're quality. They got the personnel. They just got it. And the Cardinals' defense is pretty much non-existent compared to the Bills' offense, in my opinion. Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen's having a great year. I think I've seen a lot of people rank Kyler Murray above Josh Allen. This is the reason I'm saying this. Josh Allen, in my opinion, is just a better quarterback. He's got the arm. He's one of the strongest arms in the NFL, if not the strongest. Matthew Stafford exists. I get that. People like that, but Josh Allen's up there too. But yeah, I'm going with the Bills. Eagles, Giants. Give me the Giants. Giants have looked really impressive to me the last 2 weeks. I'm starting to a little bit be on the Giant train because I think they're going to end up winning this division, in my opinion. Joe Judge is actually coming along as a pretty good coach, in my opinion. You saw the way they played against the Bucs. Their defense is just consistent. Their defense comes to play every week. The only issue is their offense, and it's not really even completely their offense. It's just their quarterback. Daniel Jones, I don't know if he's it. We have a lot of football left to play, and people want to give up. He keeps making the same mistakes. But, like I said, we got 8 more games this season. If he can fix that in 8 games, yeah, different story. Complete different story. People are talking differently. Daniel Jones is going to be the future yet again. People love him in New York. Eli loves him. I've seen a lot of videos, stuff like that. So it's going to be hard to say. But I got to take Giants here. I think the Giants have looked really impressive the last couple weeks. The Eagles just have nobody. They have so many injuries. And the Giants' defensive line's cooking. They're 8th in sacks, or 7th in sacks, I should say now. They're beasts, dude. They're just getting pressure on Tom Brady all night. I love watching this Giants defense play. So I got to go Giants. I know the result was different the first time, but that was kind of fluky. That touchdown, that was pretty fluky. But, Carson Wentz is a great quarterback. He's going to put a few on spot, but he's just inconsistent this year because he doesn't have enough talent around him. Lions football team. Give me Lions. Football team has a really good defense, statistically, and personnel-wise, pretty good. They have a good defensive line. I like Matthew Ioannidis and Chase Young, 2 of my favorite young defensive linemen. That being said, I think Matthew Stafford and Matt Patricia over there are going to be able to do enough to score. They got a lot of talent. Kenny Galladay, I don't know if he's going to be played. He's been injured the last couple weeks. Got injured against the Colts in the second quarter. Never really. I don't think he played last week as a result, but I still think if he plays, for sure Lions win. He's a big play guy, 6'4", 220. He'll go get one. This line seems pretty good. Offensive line's improved. They got Ragnow at center. He's a beast. He came out of that 2018 class. He was injured his senior year, and he dropped. His stock dropped, but he's well worth the pick. He's showing people now he's a beast. 3'11", 6'5". He's huge. He's a monster, and he moves people in the run game. Bucks Panthers. Give me the Bucks. Nah, I feel like this is a no-brainer because it's like these teams are just the Panthers are outmatched. But CMC's day-to-day, and I would really be interested to see how CMC plays against this Buccaneers squad because he's really going to disrupt them. The thing about CMC is what makes him such a great running back to me is he disrupts the linebacker core. Now, normally this Buccaneers linebacker core is going to get to fly around. They're going to have to. They don't have to play extremely disciplined. They can do what they want. But when CMC is playing, their linebackers have to be precise with every movement they do. They have to keep track of CMC. If they don't, he's going to gash you play after play after play. We've seen it before. Thing is, though, Buccaneers have a really talented linebacker core, and if they do play discipline, yeah, other things will open up for the Panthers, but not enough to beat the Bucs, in my opinion. They're coming off a horrible loss. I think Tom Brady's probably going to be pissed. People say that a lot, but I truly think 38-3, interdivisional rival. Yeah, Tom Brady's about to be steaming coming in to play the Panthers, so I got to go Buccaneers here. Seahawks Rams. Give me the Seahawks. Now, that being said, I really think the Rams are a talented squad. And I kind of want to pick the Rams because the Seahawks haven't looked good to me. Nothing about that team other than Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett. Their offense, yeah, they're booming, but their defense, man, is just, it's horrible to watch. Their defensive line is so bad. It is literally making everyone in their secondary look terrible. Bobby Wagner's not the same player he was. He's getting kind of older. Or at least not the same player from a couple years ago. He's still really good. He's still really talented. He's just not. He's not that guy no more. That's not Bobby Wagner. There's other more talented linebackers in the NFL now. But still, yeah, I'm gonna go Seahawks. I think Russell Wilson's, like I said, been saying the whole year, man on a mission. He wants to win this game, and I think he can will this team to win this game. Niners Saints. Give me the Saints. 49ers are starting to look like pretenders now. They're starting to look terrible. They're just losing game after game. I understand all the injuries. Yeah, I get that, and that's terrible. But they're still not winning, and they're not playing good against bad competition. They're not getting any wins worth noting. They've had one this year, I think. This team's just not that good with all these injuries. This is just a scrap year. Get somebody in the draft, come back stronger. George Kittle's injured now. That's pretty much their whole offense since Jimmy Garoppolo's not as a talented quarterback as people act like he is. So I got to go Saints on this one. Drew Brees played great. Michael Thomas is back. That's the biggest thing. You get a top 3 receiver back, what's going to happen? Your offense is going to play better, and you saw it against the Bucs. Michael Thomas was everywhere. I mean, Drew Brees was putting the ball where it needed to be. That was such a good game from the Saints. I'm really impressed with the Saints right now after that game. I get it's one game, but that's big. That was big for the Saints. That's what I needed to see from them to really believe in them again, because I thought Drew Brees was done, and he kind of is. His arm is not as good as it was 2 years ago in any way, shape, or form. It's just not the same. But Drew Brees knows that. He's playing how he's supposed to be, and he's leading this team to victory, scoring 38 on supposedly one of the best defenses in the league. So interesting to see how the Saints play from now on. Vikings-Bears. Now this is a trap game. This is the definition of a trap game. And if you don't know what a trap game means, it means a game the Bears are on paper supposed to win, but the Vikings, Dalvin Cook, is looking like a beast, man. It's hard to bet against. I really don't want to bet the Bears here, but I'm going to. The reason is because their defense is elite. Now, Dalvin Cook's been cooking people on the ground. Yes, he destroyed the Packers. I mean, single-handedly destroyed the Packers, Derrick Henry style, against the Texans. It was a really good job from him. But he hasn't faced Akeem Hicks. He hasn't faced Khalil Mack. Danny Trevathan. Roquan Smith. Like, these are players that are going to stop the run. Maybe not so much Roquan Smith. He's more of a pass coverage linebacker, but he can still stop the run. He can get sideline to sideline. Danny Trevathan for sure can. Khalil Mack for sure can. Akeem Hicks eats up double teams like they're his breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, the guy's just a beast. The Bears squad's great. Their defense, at least. I love the Bears defense. It's been one of my favorites for a while now in the NFL. Their only issue is their offense. Terrible inconsistency. DJ Montgomery is really suffering at running back, and he's quality, man. I don't care what anyone says. That's a quality running back in the NFL. The only issue is the offensive line is just really, I wouldn't say horrible, but they're just not good. They're not clearing holes, and anytime they're going to play against a good defensive line, they're going to get ate up. You saw the result against the Colts. Bad. It was bad for them. But still saying all that, I still think the Vikings don't score more than 20. And I think the Bears can muster up 20 against this shell of a Vikings defense it once used to be. But that's all my picks, guys. If you're still here, I appreciate it. Appreciate you coming here, watching the video, listening to me. If you have any opinions about these games, let me know. Drop a comment. What do you think about the Colts Titans? It's going to be this tonight. What do you think about, Bears Vikings? Some of these close games. I want to hear your all's opinion. Seahawks Rams. Games like that. Maybe the Dolphins Chargers. That might end up being a better game than we expect. Bills Cardinals for sure. These two games right here are going to be super close in my opinion. And this one too. You can make an argument that this one's going to be close. I'm sure it will. Mediocre teams though. But still yet. Just let me know, guys. What do you guys think? Thanks for being here. And until next time, guys. Peace.